Hey YouTube audience, माफ करो गलती हो गई एक हफ्ता मिस कर लिया and those of you who are interested in nature have been very encouraging with your comments and so because of which yes I did miss it. This week end 2 was going to be a little difficult. I'm not in the frame of mind to be able to be in the frame of the camera and talk to you but there are some topics about nature that need to be told. More importantly, the reason why I'm on YouTube is because I have good intent and hopefully along with that some good content and that then gets defined as a good habit. Now in life it is very important that if you find good habits which are very far and few between in today's world, Kalyug, between the bad habits, then keep doing the good habit again and again because repetition is the only way you'll get comfortable with it. So yes, it feels odd coming back in front of the camera, but I know you're going to endorse it by pressing that like button which is for free right below right now, and also at the end of the episode if you think it's useful, then please do share your comments and thoughts about it. Having said that, the context of what I'm going to talk about right now is something that I am going to begin with a little drawing, which is right here. When I talk of Africa, I think of so many things. In the beginning, I love Africa. I love it because of movies like The Ghost and the Darkness, followed by The Lion King. I also love it for some fantastic actors. The point is, right now, with the way I talk, it looks like I make fun of Africa. Well, you're right, I am. But the point is, what are you going to call this kind of making fun? Racist? Well, we humans seem to be extraordinarily concerned with racism when it happens to anything that is between humans. But what about the racism that is interspecies? Isn't it racist to think that we can at will drug a tiger and take a picture along with it in a temple? Isn't it highly racist to think that there are species that could be cultivated just for our joy of hunting? And what kind of species are we talking about? We're talking about the very top of the ecosystem. We're talking about the kings of the jungle. When a lion is hunted down, when a tiger is hunted down, and people think it's their birthright to do so, I'm sorry, you've excluded yourself from the environment, and this kind of racism is the worst kind of racism. So before you turn around and point fingers on how people should behave with people, I think it's very important for you to absorb what your nature is, what your environment is, so that you as a human being realize your position in the environment and behave accordingly. Definitely with the king of the jungle. Till that time, I'm going to continue staying serious about any attention that I draw towards the tiger and the lion, because I'm sorry, whenever I say something which is entertaining and people end up loving it, the unfortunate way that we access these species is a way that they certainly aren't loving it. Lion King has got one vital thing about cats all wrong. For 8 years, I have cats on my terrace which I observe very closely. And it's not just me who is observing them. My curiosity about this curious species has made me realize one critical thing. Unlike Lion King, where the lion and his relationship with his father was the crux of the plot, cats have very little contact or no relationship at all with their father. Cats are brought up by their mother. The mother cat on my terrace is someone who has brought up 8 such litters, teaching them very patiently before leaving them to the laws of nature. Whether it is a zoo where everybody feels they have seen the lion only when they see the male lion, or whether it is storylines of movies such as The Lion King, I feel sorry for the male lion, because finally, at the end of the day, when movies project the male lion as an object of beauty, all people want to do, as it seems, is to have the head stuffed on their wall. That apart, in reality, the male lion has nothing to do with the upbringing or even the well-being of its cubs. And it is the mother who is responsible for both making the cub into a lion and into a king. So, I know. She's feeling bad. I told Zina about the statistic where I said that cats have about 3 million neurons and dogs have about 1 million. I may be wrong about the number of zeros at the end of what I'm saying, but there is a 3:1 ratio of sense and sensitivity that the cats have, which make them infinitely smarter than dogs. Which is the reason why dogs find it difficult to catch cats, or why cats have 9 lives and they keep coming back, because actually even the first life is not gone. But having said that, I can't say all this in front of my dog, because dogs are at the end of the day a man's best friend and lovable beyond belief. So if you haven't had a pet yet, then instead of a cat, which can be cold and aloof, get a dog. Or in this case, given the content of the episode, get a lion. Not really, they're best in the wild. Wow, did you see that jump? But did you also see her falter at the other end after the jump and totter a bit? That is because she is an old cat. She is 8 years old, which means that she is at least in human age equivalent of something around 55-60, and cats don't live much longer than about 8 to 10 years. In this scenario, this cat making a jump like this is nothing short of a leap of faith. The same leap of faith that we as human beings forget to use for our bodies and for the physical activity that is required of us, thus making us lazier and more laid back as a species. I think it's very important to take this leap of faith, and I took this leap of faith when I went back to an environment I hadn't been in for 25 years, did something I did very well 25 years ago, and not only did I do it, but I did it much better than I had done it 25 years back. Yes, I went back and proved to myself about something to do with fitness, which I'm going to share with you in the next vlog. So watch out for that one. It was done in record time, and here's a sneak peek at what that is all about.